what looks like several 100 yards ahead of you is two people, two humanoid shapes, seem to be in the middle of the road, and they're bent over as if they're picking stuff up along the road. And there seems to be debris along the road. It's about maybe 150, 200 yards up the road. Still south of you.
What do they look like? What do they wear?
Here, go ahead and do a perception check from this range. They have not noticed you. Yeah, that's pretty good. They appear to be humans, and it looks like they have just regular work type clothing on. And it looks like you recognize some of the same shape of the crates that are in the back seem to be strewn across the road, and they're putting stuff back into some of those crates and trying to gather some of the stuff up.
These must be our crate friends.
Do they look like they're like I don't know how to ask this. Does it look like they're trying to steal it, or just trying to collect things and put them back in the crates, or like did they look suspicious?
Roll an insight.
Insight.
That would give you like trying to read into their action.
I want new dice.
Yeah. I would say you're not getting a good. They don't seem to be moving quickly. They just seem to be, gathering the stuff up that seems to be strewn, and they're putting it back in the crates, and they're moving the crates off to the side of the road. So, I don't know. I don't think you're getting the vibe that they're racing up to the road, grabbing stuff, and trying to run off with it.
Okay.
Have they seen us yet?
Everybody should be able to. They have not seen you yet. They're still kind of focused on getting the stuff up and out of the road.
I have no opinion.
Has the cart stopped? Have you guys continued moving this whole time?
I kind of motion to it's Teagraiel that's driving, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of motion to you with my hand to kind of slow down.
Okay, I'll slow down.
And then,
okay, so
and I guess just kind of mention that they look they kind of look like they may be related to this cart. Not even sure how to say that.
So 150 yards, 100 yards. Anybody wants to do anything? No. 50 yards. Okay, at about 50 yards, they hear the horse, the harness, and the creaking of the wheels, and they kind of look up, and they seem very wary because now they see 6 people approaching, and the woman kind of moves over to where the man is, and the man kind of puts himself between you and her, and they just kind of watch you walk up very cautiously.
Who's walking, me?
Well, as the group is walking up.
Okay.
They're standing there waiting to see.
I say, well met, friends. Interested in any fine cloths or wares? And
gentleman kind of looks at you and has kind of a wry smile, and he says, that's usually my line. See, you found our horse Bertha here with all of our goods. Glad she's safe.
Yeah, we figured you wouldn't let something like this just run off on its own. What happened?
He's like, well, it's the craziest thing. We were heading down up the road. We're on our way up to Waterdeep. The horse had been seeming skittish for the last, half mile, and then all of a sudden, and I've never seen Bertha do this, she just took off and bolted, and we both tumbled out the back, and some of the crates fell out, and scattered across the road. All these warriors trying to take up water to eat. She just took off, and we had no idea what.
So the cart was traveling. I thought, okay, maybe I'm confused. I thought the cart was traveling south.
Nope,
It was
the
coming
trap.
from the south.
It
cart
was
was
traveling north.
Traveling north to water.
Oh, okay, okay.
This catches my attention. I'm listening a little more intently than I was before.
Okay. And the man, the human, walks up to Teagraiel and kind of holds his hands out. He says, "Thanks for finding my cart." And as he holds his hand out to shake your hand, he's like, "My name's Orson, and I'm so glad you were able to get a horse and nothing happened to her, that she didn't break a leg or even something more tragic happened with just a kind of a runaway horse and cart down the road. She didn't, cause any trouble with you guys, did she?"
I say, no trouble at all. I'm glad to see you're not hurt too much by the experience, and I shake his hand.
Yeah, and you can see that they're pretty dusted up, and it's obviously they took a tumble when it happened. They were completely surprised. He might not even been holding onto the reins. It's like something they travel this road quite often. He just wasn't prepared for the horse all of a sudden to become skittish and take off, and they just tumbled out. And you can see the crates look just like the other crates in the back of the wagon, and there's more fabric. There's lots of silk bolts that they were putting back into the crates, and they've been stacking them on the side. There's another 6 or 7 crates that have fallen out. While this is going on, Aila, I want you to give me wisdom check.
Just a general wisdom check?
Yep, a general wisdom check.
Hey,
Wow.
Ooh,
Crit.
snap.
Nat 20.
You notice immediately horse is starting to become skittish again, and you start to feel something's wrong in this area. There's something that's making your nerves and the ends of the different little feathers on your wings are tingling, and you've got this sense of something's not right, and you kind of, it's almost like this understanding of like you have this connection with the horse. All of a sudden it's like, oh, I get it. I realize why you're feeling some type of foreboding. You're feeling some type of on edge, animal instinct on edgeness about this.
So
she's gonna
I
grip her longbow.
go ahead.
Sorry. She's just gonna grip her longbow and kind of like put herself in a position to be able to pull an arrow quickly if necessary.
Okay.
So I was standing next to the horse, especially after hearing about this situation, which I'm sort of familiar with. And so, do I notice the horse getting agitated at all?
Yeah. Are you still holding onto the horse, or how much is your attention on the people?
I have like one hand on like.
Okay. If you're still holding the horse, then yeah, you're starting to feel that the horse is gotten a little upset again. Starting to, there's something going on. It's not liking something.
So I start looking around, trying to see if I see anything.
Okay. Again, it's a kind of a plains area. Sun is getting ready to go down, but it's probably still have maybe 15, 20 minutes. You're not seeing you're not near any woods. You're not near, it's just flat plains, and there's a little bit of, up and down in the ground, but it's not a lot. The grass is only probably not quite up to knee height, and seems pretty tranquil as you're looking around. Seems like a really nice spot just to, camp out under the stars.
Okay, so I keep I keep an eye out on everything. I'm looking around, seeing if I see anything, because I know to trust nature before I trust myself. So I'm looking around, seeing if I see anything.
Okay.
While that's going on, Jarral's gonna approach the couple, and and he'll say, "My friends, I am Jarral. How long ago did this happen?"
Oh, it's only been probably, and the person you're talking to is Orson's like, it's probably only been 40 minutes, maybe more. We didn't know how we were going to catch up to the horse and cart. They kind of it got out of eye shot there, but we wanted to get all the stuff off of the road too. We didn't just want to leave it out on the roads, so we were trying to gather up. I was trying to gather all the stuff up, and then we were trying to go up and find the horse cart.
Let me help you with this. Have you noticed anything while you've been cleaning up? If anything seems odd?
No. And actually, why he says that, he's like, "Oh yeah, thanks for the help," and he kind of goes back to getting all the crates out of the road, all the bolts of linen crates as he's talking to you at the same time, and then moving the crates to the back and trying to position them wherever the dwarf is not laying, apparently.
I hit the dwarf.
Okay.
Blah, 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 blah. I'm trying to sleep.
Which, it's Greybeard,
More
right?
crates.
Yeah, Greybeard. Get off your ass.
They hand you a crate to put into the back.
I take it and stack it just kind of mechanically.
Okay. Armel, Logan, give a wisdom check. You're towards the back still?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and give me just a straight wisdom. You actually kind of feel the foreboding a little bit too. And it's like this sense of hair standing up on your arm a little bit, or on the back of your neck. Something that you felt a little bit before, being the woodsy types. You're feeling it probably before anybody else is feeling anything. Just the idea of something's not quite right. It just makes you on edge.
We'll pull up my sling and load up a sling stone.
Okay. Orson and Ellie.
And I'll
Orson,
warn everybody else. I can feel it.
Do I notice anybody else getting kind of weirded out?
Well, yeah, and he says that now, and now you kind of start to notice that Aila is gripping her bow a little bit more and looking a little more skittish. You can tell now that you're up, the horse seems a little more uneasy, and that Ian is really kind of just trying to keep the horse calm. Orson seems to be oblivious. You don't really see, he's not, and just like you don't really feel anything. Orson doesn't seem to feel anything, and he introduces his wife, Ellie. She's the other human there that's helping carry stuff and put it on parts and that stuff. She doesn't seem out of place. Teagraiel doesn't feel anything, and Greybeard, you're not feeling it. It just seems to be the woodsy people.
So I kind of ask just out to everybody, just, what is it?
Aila just kind of tries to urge them to hand over the cart and keep moving. That they shouldn't stay here.
I don't think any of us should stay here.
Yeah, and I say something's wrong. The animals, the horse is saying that something is wrong. We should not be here right now.
Okay.
I'll hurry the Orson and Ellie and kind of hurry to get the crates and whatever back in the cart and have them start moving.
Okay, so as you get everything in the cart and you move the horse, they go south a little bit more, and the people that have already made their checks, as you move south, you feel the feeling get stronger, and then you turn the cart around, start heading north, and it starts to get less again, even to a point where you don't feel it at all anymore, very quickly.
Are we going north?
I don't know how far you've got the cart turned around, and they're starting to move it. You guys decide what you're doing at that point. Are you going to head back south? You can follow them north, or are you going to camp right here? Up to you.
I say we head back south, but because that's the direction we've got to go to get to Nightstone, right?
Correct. Yep, you were heading south, and you're at your halfway point for the trip. You've done your 20-ish, 23, 24-ish miles, and you've got another 20 miles to do.
I ask if they're still feeling that feeling where we're at.
Do you follow the cart back north a little bit? Or do you stay
No, I
right-
say we go. I ask the people that are actually feeling it to lead me to the area to where they at least are starting to feel it to a decent degree.
Okay. So yeah, okay. So you guys are walking a little bit further south now. Orson and Ellie, they kind of like, well, thank you very much. We're probably only going to go a little bit further down the road, and then we're just going to set up our little camp. You guys are welcome to join us, but if thanks if not. And next time you're in Waterdeep, if you come by our cart area, you guys can have a free bolt of cloth if there's something, some type of clothes or something you'd like to, or Ellie's really good at sewing if you need. So kind of offering you like cart back. Go ahead.
I tell them. Well, what time is it? First of all,
you're right at dusk.
I tell
slowly
them.
Eking away.
I tell them to go to where they think they should stop, and then go a little bit further. If there is danger behind us, I want them to be far away from it. I want them to be safe. So I told them to go a little bit farther than they think they should.
Orson gives you a nod and says, "Thank you. Yeah, we'll do. Sure, we're far enough up that hopefully nothing will happen. But it's a dangerous place out in the wilds, anyways. He totally. You can tell he's listening to what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you guys walk a little bit further south.
So
Once
while we're
we get
doing
far
that-
enough to where they're telling me that they're feeling it, I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
And I'm also going. I don't know if it's possible because it's wide open, but I'm gonna. If it's dark, I'd want to stealth.
Sure. Okay, so you need a stealth roll, and I don't think you need a roll for Detect Magic, right?
No, it's just it takes me 10 minutes to finish it because it's ritual. And it'll give me...
Oh, you're going to cast this ritual? Got it.
Yeah, and it'll give me duration of up to 10 minutes.
Okay. And you just want to go right to the point where you first feel it?
I asked them to go to where it starts getting a little greater than just like on the very edge of them feeling it. Once they get to a stronger signal.
Yeah, so it starts up, it's like right where you met up with Orson and Ellie is where Aila, Armel feel it, and then you can tell as you take several steps, it just incrementally getting stronger. This feeling of something's going on, and as you continue to walk down the road, and it gets stronger the more you walk south.
As they start to get edgy, Greybeard starts to get an evil grin and start getting weapons out.
Okay.
I tell
Weapons have come out. Got stealthing going on. Go ahead.
I tell the dwarf to calm down. I put a hand on his shoulder, and I tell him, now is not the time.
On him?
I tell him now is not the time for a fight.
Okay.
We fight at dawn, not at dusk. And that's all I say.
I don't know if our Drow friend would like that.
You stop for 10 minutes and let the ritual complete. What's the ritual look like for casting? Give us an idea of what your ritual looks like.
It's a lot of low tone, almost whispers. He does a lot of stuff in message, and some hand gestures.
Okay. All right, and so go ahead and show us the text of the spell for me. So I think if you just click on the name of it, yeah.
Wrong one. Hold.
Okay, that was just. Oh, okay. All right. Presence of magic within 30 feet. Visible creature, object in the area that bears magic, either in the school of magic, any. Okay. you complete your ritual, and you're not sensing any magic near you.
All right, I'm going to continue walking south for that 10 minutes to see if I can
Okay.
see anything before it times out.
People following him, people watching.
If no one follows me, I yell for Greybeard to get his butt up.
Armel will follow him.
Okay.
Oh, I definitely. I want to be in the mix.
If you-
Walking south, and you get probably another 30, 40 feet, and now everybody has this feel the edge, the hair rising on their arms. It's even stronger for the others, and it feels like you're getting closer. It feels like, yeah, it's getting stronger, but you're still not detecting magic.
is it dark?
Not quite. You're at that the sun has gone down, but you still have light that you still that kind of weird 15 minutes just as the sun has gone down.
Greybeard starts to chuckle to himself.
All right. So you continue walking south.
Yeah, as long as I've got time on this detect, I'll keep going
Okay.
south, being very aware of the surroundings.
You notice that a little ways up, and it's getting stronger as you go. And off to the east side of the road, you're coming up to a small copse of trees. So it's not like a woods. It's more like a gathering of, I don't know, maybe 10 trees, 15 trees. It's not a very big foresty area, but it's obviously a set of trees, a copse of trees off to the. And as you closer, just the feeling of weird on edgeness, stronger and stronger, but you're still not sensing any magic.
And are we feeling that it's coming from the direction of this crops of trees?
Yeah, as you get stronger, it really does feel like coming from that general spot, like this little grouping of trees.
So I'm stealth, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna go into the trees and just kind of see what I can see. Trying to keep as hidden as I can.
Okay. So you're going to go up ahead of the group, though, to get to it?
To the
Big
trees?
there, or
Yeah.
Kind of as a group?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead.
Okay. So once you get to the tree area, you guys see him. You know he's out there.
Can they see me if I'm stealth?
Well, your stealth is against somebody who's checking. You
Oh, okay.
don't quite know if somebody's not. You, all the purposes, you feel like you're stealth. So yeah, maybe your group doesn't see ahead then. So you guys don't see where. Get the names right. Jarral, right? Drow.
Jarral, yeah.
You guys, Jarral has disappeared, and you guys are continuing to walk up the road towards the copse trees.
Yeah, and do we have any idea where Jarral went, or has he been stealth for a while?
Before I go toward the trees, I kind of do an indication that that's where I'm heading.
Okay, if he does that, I'm going to use. I'm going to drop the detect once I realize that we're getting close enough to this thing to where haven't felt it, and I'm going to use a message cantrip to be talking to Jarral with whisper, and he can respond back if he needs to.
Okay. So, get to the first tree, and you're looking around, and so it's not like you're coming up on something where a bunch of people are hiding. You're not hearing anything out of the ordinary. You're not seeing. And as you look, go ahead and give me a perception check. As you kind of start to move your way and check these, this grouping of 10 trees or so. All right. So you've kind of checked them, and sure you don't see any creatures. You don't see stuff like what you're typically looking for. Seems like it's 10 trees, sitting on the side of the road. Very common trees, type of trees you've seen, off and on as you head, heading south of Waterdeep.
Do I see anything beyond the trees?
No, it's mostly a grassy field again. More plains. You're not seeing buildings on the horizon. You're not seeing, if a couple miles out, there might be another more forest area. Some low-lying hills, but just general terrain.
But this is where the dread is centered?
Yeah, and you feel it really strongly in the group when you're really strong sensation.
If I can't see anything,
the group has stopped and waited for him.
Yeah, if I don't see anything, and I don't notice anything out of the ordinary, then I'm just kind of work my way back to the side closest to the group.
Okay.
And kind of crouch down and just kind of look at them and shrug.
Okay.
I don't. How far away are they from me?
They probably, I would say maybe 30 yards, 20 yards from the tree.
Okay. Yeah, I just kind of give a shrug.
Does Aila, do you have good vision in dim light or in the dark?
No, not. I don't have dark vision.
No. How? Is it super dark yet, or is it
Nope.
just like dim light?
Yeah,
It's
not even
daylight.
quite. I wouldn't even call it dim. It's how you can see really well just as the sun's going down. But obviously, in the next 10 start getting dark.
So I look at Armel, then knowing he's a woodsman too. I look at him and I say, "Do you want to go check it out?"
I'll go up and look. I'll also suggest that somebody start gathering wood for a fire, getting ready for a fire, because it's going to get dark really fast. I'm just going to examine the circle of trees.
Yeah, same here. I stealth and I do a perception check too.
Yep. So you go up there and go ahead and give me perception checks. Then for the people that are going up to check out the tree.
Okay.
There we go. That's what we needed.
Perception.
I stealth around and get firewood.
roll a stealth roll.
Oh shit.
Yeah. All right. So Greybeard is deeply trying to gather wood, and everybody can clearly see him like he's a beacon of light. But nobody says anything. They let him think he's stealth. And the two, you guys got really good rolls. You actually, as you're focusing and feeling, it's not that you're using the vision so much, because you look around and you don't see much, and then you just think to yourself, where am I feeling it the most? Where am I feeling it the most? And you come to this tree, and at the base of a tree, you actually see protruding from the ground a little bit, a white bone, like a bleached white bone. And it's clear that it's coming from right there, right at the base of this tree. And as you're looking, you actually even see etched on the tree trunk itself, there's little marks. It looks like maybe some type of knife or dagger or something has etched into the tree. And most people would probably never even see it unless they just happen to be standing right in front of this tree. It says, "The wench got what she," etched into the tree.
You broke up
The
there. I
witch
didn't
got
hear
what?
the whole thing.
Yeah.
The wench got what she deserved. Etched into the.
The wench got what she deserved.
That's what etched into the tree trunk. Yep. And they're just to the base of the tree trunk. There's a bone, a really bright bleached white bone, appears to be sticking out from the ground, as if that has been recently uncovered or something.
So I don't want to touch that. I look at Armel and I say, "Do you want to go get the others to see, to investigate
They're
this?"
only are they 30 yards away from us?
Yeah.
We can just tell them.
I'm
There's
still in the trees,
there's a bone here.
so I
I'll,
guess
I'll reach down and see if I can pull it out.